I lost over $5,000 launching one of my first Amazon private label products ever. Now, it wasn't because I didn't do product research properly. It wasn't because I misjudged the market or the opportunity in that product category. It wasn't any issues with Amazon PPC or any issues that I ran into with my overseas suppliers. It wasn't even because more competitors came into the market after I launched and then drove the price way down. So if you're interested in learning Amazon private label or interested in ever launching a private label product, this expensive lesson will hopefully be something that you can learn from. I know I did. To tell this story, let's flash back to over 5 years ago. I was fairly new into entrepreneurship and I had seen a little bit of success with online arbitrage on Amazon, so I already knew the platform fairly well. And I had some money at the time that I wanted to put to work for me instead of having to source all the deals every single time myself. At the time, people like Tanner J. Fox were just starting to pop up on YouTube in their supercars, claiming that they owed all their success to the business model that was Amazon private label. And it seemed like a perfect fit for me at the time because it was the perfect next step from arbitrage, and I was really pumped. I thought it was going to be my ticket to millionaire status. As always though, in any business, there's usually tons of unforeseen problems that come up only as you get going. And this was no different. So this was the product that I launched. At the time, there was only 4 or 5 competitors manufacturing a product even like this. Each one of them was selling well, but the 2 top competitors were both absolutely crushing it. I also noticed from test buying each one of their products that they weren't super high quality glasses as well, and there was plenty of room for improvement. So when I manufactured it, I made sure to order a heavier, more quality glass and also increase the ounces on the glass so it could ultimately hold more. And I even differentiated the saying from good day, bad day, what day to good day, bad day, Monday, which I thought was both funny and different from everyone else's, so I was bringing something new and better to the market. At the time, I had even gone through several courses. I'd already tried to launch 2 products on a smaller scale, and I was starting to realize that so many people were coming in, launching new products, and oversaturating almost every market. So my thought process was I needed to find some new opportunity for a different market where all these people that were taking the same exact courses and following the same exact information wouldn't try to compete with me in. And since I knew the specific criteria that they were all looking for when doing product research, I just kind of had to change up one of those things and look for something slightly different, which led me to go after breakable gift items. 2 things that they would tell you in all the courses I took were avoid any type of gift items because they tend to be seasonal, and avoid breakable products because you can usually get a lot of returns and they can break in shipping. But I knew the right gift item that wasn't seasonal from past experience would result in less returns because people typically don't return gifts that they receive. So if I could just figure out how to have less shipment issues with my breakable product, I'd really have something going in my opinion, but more on this shortly. This product, believe it or not, was actually pretty successful right out of the gate to my surprise for both of those reasons. The first order I placed was for 1,000 units at $189 a piece, coming to $1,890 total. And I was selling them relatively low in the beginning at $19.95 to steal away sales from other competitors that were all selling at the $25 to $35 price range. I was also giving away free products to pretty much everyone I knew personally and anyone that would take one on a cashback or a coupon website, which led me to rank the product relatively fast and even receive the hot new release badge. Now, the best seller rank at this time fluctuated from around 7K to 20K roughly, and it was ranked 3rd behind the top 2 competitors for a lot of the main search terms that I was targeting. After the first order was so successful, I purchased 1,800 units for the second order. Since I ordered a significant amount more, I was actually able to get them cheaper at $1.60 a piece this time, so I only ended up spending $2,880 total for 1,800 units. I kept at it, giving away as many products as I could in exchange for sales and reviews to continue to rank the product as high as possible. And at this point, I still rank 3rd for most search terms. I'm assuming since the other 2 probably had a lot more reviews and a lot more sales history than me, and mine was still pretty new. I did, however, get the Amazon bestseller badge, and the Amazon BSR started to steady out around 20K. And as exciting as this was unfortunately the high point of this product. When ordering bulk products from a manufacturer, products are always secured, especially breakable ones, and case packed extremely well, so there would be no issues shipping them from my manufacturer into Amazon FBA. But if an item is breakable, like this glass for example, they need you to follow specific guidelines and be able to pass breakability tests. Therefore, for this product specifically, I had to add the step of having to order them to myself first, which decreased my margins because now I had to spend money on stronger fortified boxes to protect the glass from breaking, packing peanuts, and added costs for shipping each one back into FBA after I did that. And in the beginning, when I was excited to see if this could work, I was happy to do it. I literally unboxed and repackaged all 1,000 first glasses and shipped them into FBA myself. Although after a demoralizing time doing this again for the second order of 1,800 units, I quickly realized that scaling this item would be a major problem. I needed to either hire somebody to do this for me, which at the time I didn't know anything about, plus it decreased my profit margins to a lot less per unit on top of the added cost that I already had to fortify the glasses during shipping. Or I needed to spend hours and hours doing it myself like I had been, which would only continue to increase as I scaled, which ultimately defeated the purpose of starting a private label product, in my opinion, in the first place. I wanted to be more hands-off. So unfortunately, I made the tough decision to shut this product down. I sold out of all the remaining units, and I decided that it wasn't worth my time to keep launching this. I was already having a lot of success with online arbitrage at the time, and I crunched the numbers, and I figured out that I pretty much had better margins on most OA products with a lot less work involved, so it made a lot more sense. It was tough, of course, to shut down a successful private label product that just wasn't worth the effort at the time, but it was even tougher because I had to take an L in the profit column. 5 to 6 years ago, I had never lost that much money on one thing like this before, and shutting down this operation and selling out of the remaining units basically meant that I would take a $5,000 plus loss. See, when you give your products away to friends and family for free, and when you give them away on coupon websites and cashback websites for massive discounts, you're taking a loss on lots of products up front, but the hope is that by doing so, it'll rank your product in Amazon search results for top keywords, and then you'll start selling organically in the future, so it'll all ultimately be worth it. But since I wasn't going to be selling it anymore, all those giveaways ended up being for nothing. So all in all, launching this failed private label product, I lost over $5,000. I lost countless hours boxing and prepping items. I lost 4 months spent trying to rank a product that I no longer sell. And all that certainly sucked at the time. It was a tough pill to swallow. But it ultimately led me to Amazon coupon arbitrage, which then led me to drop shipping, which is what I do now. So the silver lining is you only really lose if you quit. Everything in business is a learning experience that you can ultimately use to get better, even if you don't see it that way in the moment. If you'd like to learn more about how I pivoted from this failed private label product into coming up with the idea of Amazon coupon arbitrage, which netted me my first 6 figures, you can do so by watching the video up on the screen right now. In that, I cover my entire journey from failed college student working at a golf course to finally finding e-com success and buying this house.